Well, how are you? Welcome back to Rich Hughes Diary. Yeah, back down storeroom. No fire tonight. It's probably should be one though. Weather's been one of those weeks, so a little rain. I think it's up 60s yesterday. Last couple of days, and I think it's down in the 30s now. So never know what kind of weather you're getting around here. Anyway, I hope each of you've had a great week. Hope where you at you've stayed warm and dry, and hopefully you've had a very good week. If you ain't, pray it's better this week. And again, a new week starts tomorrow, as we usually like to look around here. Everybody looks at different, so you know how that is. But either way, it doesn't matter. Went and had a great time with family yesterday. Went down to my niece's and me and my sisters, and her youngest son had a birthday. And so we got to see them and my nephew and his. So between the niece and nephew, they have 7 kids. Then my niece's husband's brother and wife and their kids come, which brought 4 more. Then one of the friends come and always brings her daughter, which is like part of the family. And then there's the other one show up, part of the family. So I think there's 12 kids running from averaging about 13 or so, 12 or 13 down to 3, because that was a birthday boy. And I had to laugh. We looked around one time and after he done his birthday cake and different things. I don't know if he went to the bathroom or what. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but we sort of turned around when, well, here he comes strutting right down the hallway in his little birthday suit, Jay-Birden as we call it. He went stomping by us, went around. I don't know if he's looking for his mama. Look up, here comes Daddy. He's got his pants and short shirt in his hands. He's just like, Lord. So if you're having a birthday, sometimes I guess you just need to go Jay-Birden, I guess. Might want to make sure that all the friends and family done went home before you go bouncing through the hallway, but whatever vote you vote, I guess. But thankful to be with them. We got to talk about family and different ones. And my aunt, she's a corker, that one was. She was, she could let fly like a sailor when she's in a mood to, and she is somebody you didn't want to trifle with. Yeah, that's an old word you might want to look up, but you definitely didn't want to mess with her. And I was telling about, her and my cousin, he was young. She used to fish a lot. She fished off the bank. She had different places she'd go down, and she'd fish off the bank. And us nephews and stuff, we'd go meet up with her, and she'd take us, and we'd go fish with her. And my cousin, he's a couple of years older than I am. By the time he's probably maybe 10, 12 years old, whatever. So I was up in this little hollow place on the lake fishing, and these 2 guys in this fishing boat, they went up past her around the curve. Well, up around the curve, my cousin, he'd been fishing, her nephew, and she couldn't hardly see him. There's a little rise right there around that curve. Well, something got on her mind. She got thinking about it. So she reached down her purse, come out with her pistol, and she eased up there real quick, looked over that little knoll hill there, on up the lake bottom there. Sure enough, them fellers pulled up to the boat, up to the bank. And, well, now they're talking to my cousin. Like I said, he's a little feller at the time. And they asked him how he's fishing, doing. Oh, I've done good. Said, well, did you catch any? He got his little stringer out of the water, raised up 2. He had 2. I don't know whether they's bass or what, but good sized fish. He said, yeah, I caught 2. I said, well, you let us have them. He goes, no. He said, I won't take them home. He said, I'm going to go show my daddy because them two good fish, you know. Well, about that time, that old fella in the boat looks at my cousin. He says, now listen, son, you're not hearing me. You're going to give us those two fish. Well, that's enough for me. That riled her up right well. And how we used to describe my aunt was Granny clamping on acid. Because she was a hoot. Well, she just pops up there. She hollers, they look. Well, that first shot, she just boom right on top of their head. Well, that gets their attention. Now, she used a lot more colorful words than I'm going to use, but she said, now that's your first warning. The next two shots will be right both your all's belly buttons. The next three shots will be right at the bottom of that boat, edge of that boat, sink that boat right there in that lake. Now, they won't find you till the fall when the lake goes down. She said, but if you don't get out of here, that's what's fixing to happen. Well, they did not have no problem of backing and getting out of that hollow. And there's another little feller past my cousin there. He's a fishing. Well, about that time she looks, well, here comes that little feller's papa. And he'd been on around the curve up there. And I he heard the shot. He walked down, see through what's happening. He eased up, looks at, well, did you kill him? She said no, but if I didn't leave, I surely would. He goes, well, that's them two fellers come up this morning. So my grandson was down here fishing, and I was on up the bank further up. Well, they pulled up to him and took his grandson's two fishes. 2 or 3, whatever he had, you know. And, you know, it just amazes me. This is 70s, I'd say. And early 70s or so. But it's irrelevant. Case is that, you know, that 2 grown men would be stealing from kids like that, you know. Well, let's just say they didn't come back up there. Now, I'm venture to say they thought twice about stealing anymore, especially some little fellers. Because you never know who might pop up around you. And the reason that, think about it a little while ago before I come down, make this, I got studying about that. You know, in our life, a lot of times we're in our, you know, you got your blinders on, your own little world. You really ain't paying attention to what's going on. And people come in your lives. And later down the road, maybe your blinders fall off. And you see them for what they are. Or for some odd reason, they just sort of just walk away from your life, get out of your life. And it makes me wonder if you look at it that way, maybe good Lord's like my aunt was. Maybe he's stepping up behind you and go, no. Y'all gonna leave this alone. He's with me. I'm gonna protect him, and y'all gonna go on. And I wonder sometimes if you look at it that way, if that ain't what happens with us, you know, because all of a sudden things changes in our lives, and we don't understand why. You know, why did all this work out like that? Well, maybe the good Lord's watching right over your shoulder, and he's busy moving pieces out of your life or people out of your life. You got your blinders on, you can't see. I've heard from friends and things they do for a living, worlds they live in, and talk about things that has happened to them. Going is like, the only way they could explain it was they had faith that they had friends and family that were praying for them, for their safety, and for the angels to be around them, protect them and guide them, and those that would do them harm. You know, there's more than one stories of thieves and people doing things that later got caught something and said, well, why didn't you attack that person? Well, you know, there was 3 people that walked out of that alley. They're like, no, there's only one person. No, I seen 3 people. You know, if it just been the one, we would have attacked them. But there was 3 people, and the person would tell you, no, they had prayed before they walked down that alley that the Lord would protect them. So I got to believe that their guardian angels, the good Lord, he's always somewhere around. They might not show them to you, but they might show them to people that might be doing you harm. sometimes that's what we need to do, pray a little hedge around us, as my mom would call it, hedge of safety. But you got to have a little bit of mustard grain of faith, though, folks. And, in my lifetimes, things I see, things I know, I truly believe in that. And I also truly believe there's a whole lot of things that goes on none of us will be able to explain. It ain't, we're not supposed to. Maybe someday when we get upstairs and we talk to the good Lord, he'll say, well, this is what I actually did for you. This is what happened. This is why I did it. Sometimes we pray hard for things that's not good for us, and he knows what's better for us than we do. But I pray that each one of you happy and safe. Hope and pray that you pray that good Lord looks there and guides you. That guardian angel of yours might pop up at some time and protect and guide you from things that you don't need to be involved in. Or maybe you got your blinders on and you just can't see. You wonder what blinders are. Look it up on any horse-drawn equipment, horse-drawn and bridles and harnesses stuff, and like on your mules and horses, a lot of times pulling a plow, on wagons. If you look around their eyes, there's little things right here. They call them blinders. That keeps the mule, the horse looking forward. They really can't see what's on either side of it, just what's in front of us. And sometimes that's what we got. Or maybe if you look it up under tunnel vision, people have tunnel vision. They don't see on these sides. They don't have it. All they see sort is in front of them. And a lot of them also, they call it night blindness, because once it starts to get dark, they really can't see well. But anyway, I hope you've had a great week. I hope you have a better week this week. Looks like we got more rain coming in, so I'm sure I'll be stopping around in mud and everything else out here in this countryside, but that's all right too. And if you join me again, I thank you for coming. It's the first time you showed up. Well, I hope you make it again, or you see the other ones I've posted. Maybe somewhere you'll laugh, smile, shake your head, and say, this guy's an idiot. Hopefully somewhere at the end of it, you'll say, well, apparently good Lord looks at our foolish people, because that guy survived enough stupid as he ought to be. But a little faith goes a long way. A little bit faith of a mustard seed. Anyway, as always, I hope you have a great week. I hope you find a reason to have a great week. I hope you find a reason just to be a kid again. I don't recommend baby bopping down through your house with a bunch of neighbors. Family friends are in birthdays. But whatever smiles your happiness, whatever. Who knows, maybe you'll go get your RC cola and a moon pie. But be safe out there. Don't forget to say a prayer. And as always, hope the good Lord takes a liking to you, not too soon. As always, Austin.